And so, welcome back to the darkened woods around the Norselands. On this night, the moon glistens slightly, the snow and the rain passing, leaving a clear sky for once in a while. As it begins to rise upwards into the night, many creatures begin to awake, and the nightlife comes to life. The woods growing colder, more feral, so to say. But alas, Ulrich, you do not wake up in the woods today, for you decide to get it on, or at least try to. And so you awaken in what's essentially a basement. As you kind of roll out the built-in crypt wall onto the ground, the stone, it's not what you used to use to the soft earth underneath your feet, not the hard, cold stone you've been lying on all night. You pick yourself up and shake yourself off and roll me a flat stamina.
Okay, what about Discord at?
Also, opening Discord, I see that last roll we did. That's a beautiful roll.
I know what that roll was for.
Ah,
129.
one day I will get you to fail one of these. But anyway,
But it's not this day.
It's fucking never. But so, yes, you wake up. What is going through your mind, Ulrich? It's cold, a little bit damp. The hard stone beneath your feet.
He probably cracks his body out because I can imagine transitioning from the soft earth to a hard surface, even as one undead as the as Ulrich. I imagine it probably takes its toll on the body. It's just uncomfortable, so he will crack his body out very naturally, and like you can probably feel the things popping and snapping. He'll take a breath and blink a few times as he's trying to process all the things he's seen. And his mind will race to Saskia and does that fucking demonic entity actually fucking keep its word or not? How the fuck does she know? You know what I mean? There'll be more of trying to process everything he's seen. And what is in that woods then that it seemed to laugh at almost? So he'll rub his chin and slowly step out off the slab, kind of looking around, scanning the room, really. I'm assuming he's on his own or is somebody there?
For now, as you roll up and your eyes begin to clear, adjusting to the light you're not really used to as first waking up. There's a small torch candle lit around the room. A few very small, like little piles of 3 candles. There's about 3 of them scattered around the room on alcoves and small indents in the walls where bricks have been pulled out. You look around the room, it's very bare in here. You can see another, like, 2 or 3 areas, almost like a crypt, in which, indents in which you've been lying in yourself. The cold stone, very much the same. All of them empty. In the middle of this room, there's a similar, smaller stone table. It looks like what you would know of, I don't know, would you know? Roll me an intelligence half wisdom.
I shall. Let me just double check my heart wisdom.
Because this is something that I don't believe in this time was around up here.
No, I don't believe it was, actually.
Well, you don't know what it is yet.
No, but I out of character, I know what it is.
Do you?
I got 1 success and 9.
Yes. You know this to be some form of, it looks like essentially a bird bath.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a small kind of font to it, but it's got the lookings of a sundial on it, so it's got the point across it.
He'll
It's
walk.
kind of a mix between the two.
He'll walk over and stare at it. Would he have heard of these things, like in distant places, or
You've heard you've seen the two things before. You've seen, like, a font with water in it before. Like it's like a stone bowl. You've seen a stone bowl before, and you've seen these ways of telling the time using the sun. But together, it doesn't really. It's lost on you.
Yeah, he just
Like
stared.
you can see, you can guess the function. I mean, you can guess it's to
Mhm.
tell the time, but on the ground and in the dark, it doesn't really. Yeah,
He'll stare at it like almost mystified, like just
it has got water in it.
He'll like curiously reach out to like probably run his fingers along it almost just to almost like almost slowly touch it almost like he's afraid it'll like burn him or something.
The water or the bowl?
I will touch the bowl first, then the water.
You touch the bowl, you trace your fingers along it. It's a very odd kind of rock. Like you can tell it's stone, you can tell it's rock. As you trace your fingers along, it's nothing like you've really felt before. It's kind of a smooth. It's almost got a shimmer to it as well, like small little, like almost stars.
Hmm.
It looks like it has been polished. You can tell that for sure. But it's the fact that even with the polishing on top, rock normally stays pretty dull. This has got like small, for lack of a better term, sparkles in it.
Hmm. His head will twist and he'll reach over to touch the water then.
You touch the water, it is quite cold.
Hmm.
It is wet.
What he'll do is it's a bowl, right? So what he'll do is he'll almost place like probably unbuckle one of his things and place it in the bowl or put some water in the bowl just to see what it does.
So what are you doing then exactly? Because you just said two things there.
I will probably place first the water in the bowl and then I will place I would say what would Ulrich be carrying? Probably want some pieces of rope or pieces of stuff that he usually has on him as well. He placed just something in the bowl, like almost like testing does it respond to weight or something like that.
All right, so you put more water in the bowl. Surprisingly, the bowl fills up.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da!
I know. I'm just yeah.
Look,
He,
you told me. Look, you told me you're doing something. I have to tell you what happened.
I know. I know.
I mean,
He's just wondering. Does this once maybe if the water like he keeps filling it, almost testing. Does the water in the bowl have to reach a certain point before it like does something or you know what I mean? He's just staring at it really curiously.
you empty whatever water you've got into the bowl, and it fills up a little bit more. It doesn't get full. You know, it's a pretty big bowl on a pedestal in the middle of the room, and you kind of like flick the metal kind of cast iron sundial that's attached and kind of leaning over the top of it, how you would expect across the middle. It doesn't really do it. It kind of stays stagnant. And what exactly do you put in the bowl? I need to know exactly.
He will put his axe and two of his arrows in, probably to add more of the weight.
All right. So because to put it in perspective, this is a bowl. So you put your axe in, you submerge the axe head, the
Mm-hmm.
handle sticks out, the firm bit. Water displacement happens, it rises slightly. Nothing really interesting happens. You put the arrows in, they float a little bit, but the arrowheads kind of sink down, but they don't sink to the bottom.
Oh, Oric has a little bit of a mischievous grin on his face as he takes the axes out. And with the blade of the axe, he'll do a light cut in his wrist and he'll dip his own blood in it.
All right. You drop a point of your blood in, mark that down,
Yep.
because this is one on one. I can make you keep track of this. You do that. And actually, as the blood drips into the water, normally when you've seen blood in water, it kind of mixes and the whole thing goes red. This, you see, it drops in and it kind of swirls and sinks to the bottom.
Now, explain that again because I explain that again because yeah, I didn't get that bit.
You know that when blood touches water, it
Mhm.
sends water red, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It just mixes. This it goes in as you'd expect, so it drops in. It swirls a little bit as blood meets water, but rather than mix in and uh, disperse across, making a mixture of the two, it kind of just sinks to the bottom of the water and collects. Imagine like you put like mixing oil and water
Yeah,
together.
yeah. His brow furrows then, and he looks at the dial. Does the dial move in any way?
Nope. It's basically imagine it like the triangle piece of a sundial.
Yeah.
It's like that bit of metal. Just it would be floating, but there's like a metal rod attaching it to the side of the bowl, so it's kind of hanging. It's
Hmm.
pretty sturdy.
He kind of stares at it, almost mystified. Then, like, what in the world? And he puts his hand in, reaching down for the blood to see if there is there any effect or anything like that. But he's almost really he's a bit unnerved by it. But he puts his hand in.
You put your hand in, you reach for the blood, and you touch it. You feel it. You feel the viscosity of the blood. You can feel the bit of stickiness to it. And, as you agitate, it's like it moves and begins to mix with the water again. But eventually, as the water calms, it sinks back down to the bottom.
Hmm. What an what an by all gods is this? He'll look up to the stairs. Um,
Got another room to go through first, buddy.
yeah, but he'll look into the direction of the stairs.
The stairs, the mortal enemy.
Yeah, but he'll look in the direction to see if he can hear any movement because, well, Felon is coming down. He's gonna just pour all that contents out, but he's more kind of his brain starts to work. It's like, what is she doing with something like this? As he's looking out. He'll then eventually start to move the bowl slowly, so it eventually all pours out. If you get me.
You're tipping it out
Yeah.
onto the ground.
Yeah.
All right, you tip the bowl out. It's pretty easy. It's heavy.
Hmm.
It's a heavy bowl. You have to be pretty careful because you go to push it and it's just kind of like oh okay.
Oh.
Put a bit more force behind that.
Do you want me to roll something so I don't?
No. Look, if you want to roll, you can. I'm not going to make you.
What am I rolling?
To what exactly? Make sure you don't drop it.
Yeah.
Oh God. To make sure you don't drop it, I'll be a Dex.
Athletics.
Let's go with athletics. Let's see.
Athletics again. Make sure I'm rolling the right amount. Yeah, I am. Oh, Jesus.
All right. Yeah, you manage to you push it first and you feel the weight behind it and you it slips a little bit because of the wetness, but you manage to catch on it pretty hard. And you tip it sideways and it all pulls out onto the ground. The ground is now wet.
And he'll look in the bowl itself. Does it leave any symbol or any shape or anything like that in it?
Nope.
Yeah, and he just looks to basically, yeah, he's almost like almost like an experimental child trying to looks at the blood, it's blood on the floor. You know what I mean? That type of behavior. Then he'll just put it very gently back down. And yeah, pick up his stuff and begin to walk out towards the stairs.
Leaving as you pick up your stuff and begin to leave the room. The wet room now, as the water on the stone floor just kind of seeps across. You leave it there with no second thought and continue on your merry quest.
Yep. Best house guess ever. I make my way towards Tom. You know what this is. He even has the look on his face.
You go into the second room.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the usual. There's the big stone table, the bookcases. Well, a few bits and pieces. Then you look to your left, and there they are. The stairs. What do you do, Tona?
Actually, one of the books, right? He'll go to look through them again, and he'll take one that judging from picture wise, looks familiar to woods he's seen before.
All right. So how are you going to do this? Are you going to sit and look through every book because there
Yeah.
are a lot of books?
He will spend at least 20 minutes looking through, and then he'll give up and attempt the stairs.
All right. Let's just roll a d10. High is good, low is bad. See how well you do. Yeah, middle of the
Eh.
ground. So what were you looking for? A picture, something of the picture of the woods that you know.
Yeah, or it's similar to areas Ulrich has traveled before, because he originally wasn't from these woods.
Well, you one of the problems you find when looking through these books is they're handwritten, obviously.
Hmm.
Some of the
Hmm.
problem you run into is that if you can't understand the words,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah. No, that's legit.
it's just totally like these symbols and stuff that you think will make sense to make up words you haven't seen before.
Hmm.
Well, some of them you do, and some of them do speak of woods and such, but it's not nothing around this area. No area you've really been before, but it does speak of woods. It seems to be a book on, again, kind of herb lore kind of things.
He'll take that one and stuff it down the back of his pants, essentially. Going to probably show Halvar, and the two of them are going to try and figure out what language this is. Curious Ulrich is curious, so he will stuff the book down the back of his pants.
This one you can read, though. It is in the language you understand.
Oh, well then, yeah, then he's definitely stuffing it down the back of his pants now.
That's how you know it's about herb lore.
He'll probably, yeah. Oh,
All
it's about
right.
herblore. Yeah, he'll take it. Again, stuff it down the
So
back of his
just
pants.
to reiterate, it's in your language.
Hmm.
It's not exactly about woods. It's about woods that are around these areas, like similar kind of landscapes.
Hmm.
But it's more about the herbs than the woods itself.
Okay. No, he'll put it back then. Just kind of frown as yeah, he just puts all the books back neatly in order and everything, and will just yeah, big clash with his mortal enemy.
All right, because I said so. Dex Athletics.
Here we go.
Can you walk upstairs? You brought this upon yourself.
Falling over so many times.
You told me I was allowed to do this, and I am doing
I'm not disputing it. Barely.
it. You know,
But
as
I conquer it.
you stand there in front of the stairs, you look up. You can see the flicker of light. You know, that candle light still flickering, the flames dancing on the walls for the little bit of wind you can see at the top of the top of this mountain. As you look down at the first step, the cobbled stone, they kind of almost laugh and grin at you. You can see between the dirt as you lift up your foot, placing it on a firm grasp. You take a deep breath and look forward, your challenge ahead of you. A second step. With a steadying foot, your arms reached out to continue your balance. You reach forward. A third step. And so this rhythm continues, gingerly, carefully, as Ulrich climbs the stairs. Eventually, having gone down to the all fours method, both arms and legs working in unison to carry one's body up to the top of said stairs, you reach the top of the stairs.
Sits down on top of the top steps like he's a king. I've never the most epic narration of getting upstairs ever. So
There you go. That's what you get in these games.
sits there like I have conquered this day, you know. And then we'll, nod at his victory, like, yeah, that's right. We'll walk out to the main kind of he's assuming the main kind of like social area or whatever how they use it.
The main social area, so the place that looks actually like a shack because it's
Yeah,
not very big.
pretty much.
It's like just for reference because it's about the size of an 11 by 10 room.
Yeah, he'll walk into that.
So it's like the size of my computer room. It's pretty small.
Mm-hmm.
You walk out, she's there. She turns and looks at you. She's got like two files in her hands. She's kind of mixing things together, it seems.
Evening.
Evening.
Did you sleep well?
Yes, thank you. Did you?
Not.
Good.
What are those? Point at the vials.
This is a venom, a snake. One not home to these lands. Adder kind of lifts up and swishes it around a bit. You can see it's kind of a clear, almost viscous, uh, like a yellowish, off yellow color. It's corked.
Hmm.
And this one is deer blood.
Why are you mixing the two?
Mixing the two can provide a useful. Mm. She kind of stops and thinks. It helps with healing wounds.
You could also coat the arrows in adder blood as well. I'm sure it would have an effect.
Yes, I'm sure it would.
Hmm.
It would actually cause seizures, loss of breath, stopping of the heart,
Really?
depending on how much, yes.
It's not. Might make use of that.
Well, good luck finding adder venom around here.
Not.
And she turns back around, starts clanking things together.
Have you ever seen a creature like that we saw last night?
You mean the winged beast?
Not.
No,
Do you think it? Do you think it kept its word and didn't? You know, didn't ransack the other villages.
I don't think so. I'm not. I can't say. I don't know.
Let's nod his head again. All right.
I don't make a habit of dealing with monsters.
That is reasonable. I didn't plan on this myself, so
No, I think it surprises all.
so what's our plan then about anything else?
Plan.
We're going to need a plan.
What exactly do you plan on doing?
Well, provided whatever demon or anything like that, we're still not going to be able to go in there properly, particularly with their siren song. So any help you could give would be much appreciated.
There are ways.
I'm just asking. You can say no. I'd understand.
No. From what you tell and what the others tell, that these things being aggressive now is something we don't want. I don't really plan on dying anytime soon.
Oh, good. That's good.
And I don't plan on the slaughter of thousands as well.
Of course, no, of course.
I have an idea.
A nod. What's the idea?
We deafen you.
Oh, but wouldn't that mean we wouldn't be able to hear an ambush?
And she turns around and looks at you. And you see her, she kind of looks off to the left a little bit, and you see her pull a tight smile. And she looks back at you and fixes eyes with you. And she doesn't speak, but you hear there are other ways to hear things.
I would am assuming he hasn't he would jump about a mile.
Yeah,
Um,
you jump.
probably on pure instinct. I would imagine for a
True,
neonate
right?
like Ulrich, on pure instinct he would jump and his fangs would click out because just fright. You know what I mean? It'd probably kick that response in. And he'd look around rapidly. How?
Again, she doesn't speak, but she just holds that tight smile, and we're able to do things differently. Gift of Clan Markavian.
Right. You can see in my head.
No, if they have no effect on the women, I could be your ears.
That puts you at great risk.
It's the only thing I can think of.
That puts you at great risk, he'll say. Very softly.
And the echo in the back of your skull kind of fades. You're hearing it went, you didn't even notice before, but it kind of went muffled slightly with a round. But it kind of comes back and it kind of just click a little bit. You begin to hear like the crackling of the candles and the bit of wind touching. It just comes that little bit more crisp and clearer. As she actually turns back around. And this time you do hear her, like actually speaking. I'm willing to get my hands dirty. I'm not exactly one that prances around in the high castles.
You just nod, if you're sure.
Unless you have any other ideas.
None. We could mask our scent, we could do that, but as soon as we hear the song, it'll be game over.
Precisely.
I'm sorry for dragging you into that.
Please. I hope to stay here. I want to defend it as much as you do.
Just nod. Do you want me to tell Tira that? Or do you?
I don't mind.
I don't mind either. He'll smile. We could go together after I go check that Saskia's alright.
We could.
Or if you want some time alone, I'd understand.
You go check on your call. I'll go meet with the others.
You go walk over and take his hand in hers and squeeze it. Thank you for letting me stay.
It's no trouble.
I may have found something downstairs.
You see the soft expression she has, kind of like she blinks and her eyebrows kind of furrow a little bit.
The
You found something.
the the bird bath dial thing.
You went digging,
No, it was right in front of me as I was getting my stuff.
and what did you do? Did you
Examine.
break it?
No, no, no,
No.
no.
How do so if I go down there, it's not broken.
It's not broken. The floor might be a bit wet, but it's not broken.
What did you
What is it?
do?
I poured water in it
Is that it?
and some of my blood.
And some of your blood.
I thought it was some sort of um something like Nara uses.
She rolls her eyes.
His brows a furrow. What
Oh
is
no.
what is it?
It's a way to tell the time, Ulrich, without using the sun.
Hmm,
Since if we use the sun, I'm sure you know what happens.
I see. Can you not tell by the stars?
Sometimes you can't always see the stars.
You smile softly. There are other ways than just stars.
That's why I have the bowl.
Perhaps I'll show you sometime.
She kind of like narrows her eyes a little bit. I'd be interested in learning these methods that you seem to have.
But you have to follow me out into the woods sometime alone without the whole your. You look around. Human things.
My human things.
It's not.
How exactly do you propose I record exactly what you do if I don't take things?
With your memory. With your mind and your body.
And I suppose these human things mean a distinct lack of. And she just kind of looks down.
He'll look down at himself as well, like, what?
How brash.
Why would I wear clothes when I'm in the wild? I wear them enough to blend in when I need to. Out there, I don't feel the cold anymore.
It's going to take a lot more convincing than that, Ulrich. I might not prance around in the high castles.
I'm not telling you to run around naked. I'm just saying you won't need your books.
And narrows her eyes again.
Out there, a book isn't going to save you out in the wild. It's about instinct and reaction. But
No,
what your mind tells your muscles.
but out there, I record the knowledge. One day pass it along when someone else finds this, whatever, the wild. They would already have an idea of what instinct they would need
But
to jump
then
on.
but then wouldn't they lose what the wild's meant to be if they knew it already? Sometimes man doesn't need to know everything before he ventures out into woods.
No,
Sometimes half of the learning is experiencing it.
no, but it certainly helps.
It does, but doesn't it take the magic away from it?
Didn't somebody almost die last time you tried experiencing things in such a way?
That is what nature does. Tests you. Someone nearly died, but they didn't die, did they?
No.
And now we're stronger because of it. Sometimes it's better to learn the harshest lesson you can in order to be that person for the future.
She kind of half smirks, turns around and begins fiddling with things, and as she does, how Gangrel.
Well, smirks as he's turning. I'm sure a delicate little flower wouldn't understand. He says as he's walking, smirking, waiting for the response.
I'm sorry, what?
Turns and leans against the door. I'm just saying a delicate flower of beauty such as yourself wouldn't understand, perhaps.
A delicate flower of beauty.
Yes. Prancing around in the high castles, as you called it.
If you really want to play that game, Ulrich, you should perhaps learn how to walk downstairs first.
I got up the stairs today. So it's almost like, yeah, in your face, bitch. You know, type stare. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's only half the journey now, isn't it?
Well, it's a start. So
And be careful with the door on your way out.
you really. Mm.
Don't worry, it won't bite back.
You started this.
Did I?
Mm. How Gangrel, if I recall.
I'm finishing it.
You smirk at her. Feisty. I like it.
Out.
All right, I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Go on,
Walking.
go prance around with your ghoul.
Turn back. Does that bother you?
What?
That I prance around with my ghoul?
Why would it?
Sounded like it.
Why would it bother me?
Why would it bother you?
Yes, why would it?
You tell me.
You tell me, since you seem to think that.
It's your tone you're using. You see, you give yourself away in the tone if you're trying to be condescending.
Really?
Mm.
Well, go on, tell me, since you seem to know already.
You seem to look at myself and Saskia's relationship with a pinch of condescension on it.
Then why would I have a problem with that?
I don't understand. I've been trying to figure it out for a while, but I thought it's better to ask you than simply assume.
I don't have a problem with it.
It seems like you do.
Then what is it?
It was when I held her. You seemed you seemed to think that I give her falseness, that I'm chained her.
I don't know what you mean.
That's what you said.
She kind of like straightens her back a little bit, and you can see she actually give me a perception empathy.
Oh boy. Empathy's that much. I got to bump my empathy up, so I got two successes.
All right, yeah. It's not really like looking for emotion. It's just kind of with where you're looking. I thought empathy might be better. As she kind of straightens her back, and you can see clearly with two successes that yeah, her eyes, although subtly, they dart ever so slightly to the left, and they stay there for a good couple of seconds or so, and then she looks like almost focuses back on you.
And what did she tell you?
Who?
You look to the left and stare at the point she was staring at.
What?
You always do that, look. You raise your back up and you stare. Sometimes to the left, sometimes to the right. Whenever I say something that bothers you, or I ask a question that bothers you, you do the exact same movement. Again and again and again.
I don't know what you mean.
You probably don't, but it's like you probably don't even notice you do it anymore, but you do it. Instinct.
And I notice with every conversation we have, Ulrich, your head grows just one little bit bigger.
My head is going bigger by asking you a question.
She kind of smirks playfully.
I like to converse with you and engage with you in conversation. Doesn't mean my head's growing bigger, but I'm trying to understand. And yet, my ways seem quite primitive to you, and your ways seem fascinating to me. But I'm very gangrel, I suppose.
Go and meet with your goal. I'll see you later.
He'll just growl under his breath and walk out. Actually, quite visibly annoyed, because that did actually tick him off. Do you know what I mean? Normally he's quite chill and baits, but no, the how very gangrel comment ticked him off. You know what I mean? You could even visibly see it. He just cracks his neck and growls and walks off.
And yeah, you walk off.
Grumbling under his breath, you know, like
And where are you going?
straight to Saskia, grumbling. Yeah.
All right, on your way to Saskia, you make your way. You kind of enter the part of the village that I still don't have a name for because I'm terrible at naming things. But fuck it, we'll carry on.
Titties.
Well, you make your way through the village of Titties, and you before you make you can see Saskia's like pretty large hut off in the distance. You're walking down the dirt path that's kind of been shoveled and sanded back in. But as you make your way there, you can hear someone then like, "Psst, hey,"
Spins on his heel, you know what I mean? Like, the hand immediately flies to his axe, you know?
coming out from the shadows, effectively, but they're not really coming out. Just stepping out from behind one of the the like tanning things where they hang the skins up to dry them out.
Yep.
Coming behind one of the rather large deer skins, you see this man. He takes a step out, kind of narrows his eyes at you a little bit. You don't want to pull out that axe on me, boy.
You wouldn't want to sneak up on me.
I'm not sneaking now, am I?
You just loosen it back on his belt.
So, Wildman decides to show his face again.
Is that a problem?
I can't guess what for. Off to see the lady.
I'm here to give a warning.
A warning?
The village was raided up not too far from here.
Aye, we know. I believe, what was it? 64 dead.
Yeah.
Don't suppose you know anything else about that, do you?
Raiders.
Raiders?
Mm.
Anything more specific?
They hit hard.
Oh, they killed 64 men. Good, strong men.
They did.
Happened in seconds, they say. All of them gone. Don't suppose you know anything about that now, do you?
Not in the way you're assuming I know about it.
And what way am I assuming?
You're assuming that I was perhaps involved in the 64 killing.
I'm not assuming anything, lad.
Well, before that assumption escapes your mind, my people were the ones defending.
Really?
And we're the reason that it wasn't 65 to 70 people, or this village.
He takes a step forward. He's taller than you, and he kind of looks down on you a little bit, gets right up in your face.
Oh, yeah, no, Ulrich even huffs out his breath and doesn't back down in the slightest.
You see, boy, I've been around a lot longer than you. I've seen a lot more things. And I know you wild folk. You hide in that forest all day and decide to come walking about our little town at night. You're hiding something.
Careful, Halfdan.
Careful.
Careful. You only get one warning.
Warning.
Careful.
I'm not stupid, boy.
Don't call me boy.
You're a lot younger than me. You're a lot fitter than me. Probably quicker. As the grey kind of stains my hair. But you're up to something.
I'm protecting this village.
Protecting this village.
Mm. Now you can either deal with that, or we can have a different conversation.
Make me laugh. So much fire in you.
Well, somebody's got to have some.
You're saying I don't.
I'm saying that you should be grateful. After all your caravans come so nicely.
They do.
Would be shame if they stopped coming.
Is that a threat, boy?
That's a warning, old man.
That sounds like a threat to me.
I told you get one warning. There it is.
Made a deal.
And you're getting curious when you shouldn't be.
That's all I wanted to know. Boy.
Okay, no. Oryx's gonna put some gangrel learning into this guy. That's it, Tom. That's it. Can I roll charisma intimidation, Tom?
You can.
All right. Because that boy comment just makes his eye twitch. Intimidation. Yes. One success for 6. So Oracle stand up to his fullest height and just let out a low snarl. I don't like people when they get curious. When it's not part of the deal.
All right.
Yeah,
Sweet. No. So you say that, and what happens is he kind of, like, you see him kind of blink, and he takes a few steps back, and his arms go up. You can see like the shakiness in his hands. All right, Hulk. All right.
Orc,
Steady
oh,
now.
oh no, no, he keeps moving. Like, gets right up into his face again. Now, we have a deal, and I take care of you very nicely, without any discretion, without any problems. Are you going to give me a problem, Halfdan?
No problems here. It's good business, that's all.
Because if you keep poking around, you keep asking. I'm gonna roll again. Fuck it.
You
Orc
roll
is.
again.
Yep. Orc's about to make a threat. This is a threat. Two, well, one again, but it's 10. Um,
Yep, carry on.
you ever seen a man flayed alive and left being aware when his skin peels? Because
Alright.
the next time you try and poke into my business, that's not part of our deal. You
He
come, I'll bleed you in those woods.
he shakily nods. Alright, Oleg. I'll stay out. I'll stay out.
Okay. Hmm. He's right. I'm right beside him, yeah, and his hand
Yeah,
is right
no,
there.
you're up in his face. He's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like his
I'm
hands are just in front of you.
all
Like
right. All
he's
right.
just like he's making that bit of distance. His hands are ready. Like if you go at him, he's got like he can either cover his face or like go for your arm. If like he's basically protecting himself. He's on his back heel.
Oracle stop and smile. I'm glad we can come to this understanding. As they extend his hand. After all, we're both honorable men.
He kind of shakes a little bit. Kind of looks down to the hand and he takes it.
Okay, Tom. Here's what I'm gonna do. I will buff 2 points into strength. So I'm on strength 5. And what is the roll to literally snap his wrist?
Uh, I would say flat strength because you don't need to grapple because you've got him. So it's just
Yeah.
flat strength to just twist and snap it, force
One
it the wrong way.
success.
All right, well that is lethal damage. What do you
Do you want me-
do?
So when he claps the hand, Ulrich will smile warmly because I don't like, and it'll be so fast. Just,
And he kind of screams. You snap it back. You see the fractured bone in the wrist kind of begin to pop out slightly as he tries to let go as you grip him, and his other arm comes and clasps his wrist where the blood starts leaking out.
and I will roll strength again because Ulrich's mad. And one more lethal as Ulrich basically twists it and keeps twisting it, eyes locking in Halfdan's face, forcing him to his knees essentially.
Well, yeah, he drops to his knees. Yeah, he's not whimpering, but kind of like gritting his teeth, like, oh.
And who are the person you're not gonna look into again? Halfdan.
I'm not going to look into nobody. Ugh.
And if you tell anybody,
I ain't gonna say a word.
good. Because remember, I'm younger, I'm hungrier, and I'm a bigger predator than you'll ever be. So learn this lesson. And don't ever try to step to me again. My clear boy.
He nods.
I said, let's roll strength. Oh, Jesus. That's 3. That's probably the whole arm.
Yeah, you twist again. The I can't remember what the bone's called.
of the tibular joint.
Sure, let's go with that. You twist that back, and you can see it kind of snaps up at the elbow as well, and just comes clean off, and fractures pushing it out backwards. And he tries not to scream, and he grits his teeth as best he can, like ah,
Who?
you,
What's my name?
Ulrich.
Now get out of my fucking sight. You'll try to cast him back, snarling.
Yep. And you cast him back, and he rolls onto the floor. You can see blood's coming. He kind of clasps his arm to his chest. I kind of begins to pull himself up and almost like stumbles off, taking a bit of a brisk run almost.
Ulrich will breathe heavily as he can feel it. He can feel that beast, calling almost. As he clenches his teeth and closes his eyes, shaking. And he can probably from the specks of blood on the floor, he can probably see it. You know what I mean? Taunting him. You know what I mean? He'll probably stay there for about 10 minutes breathing, and then we'll walk very angrily to Saskia's door, almost probably kicking it open.
Beautiful. So you angrily up towards Saskia's door. Do you kick it open?
It would be more of a shove than a kick.
You shove it open, it flies.
With strength 5, it would probably like,
You shove it open, it flies back, smashing against one of the bit of cupboard against it. You hear a yelp as Saskia she's in there. She was just weaving some clothes together. You spooked her, and she turns around, whirls round, hand on scabbard of a sword that was on a nearby table underneath some cloth. As soon as she kind of sees it's you, she lets go and pushes it back into the. Actually, yeah, I know what I meant.
Yeah, I know what you meant. You're good. You're good.
She puts it back into the scabbard and kind of always smiles.
He walks in quite angrily, slams the door again.
Ulrich?
Saskia, you're safe, right?
Of course.
What does Halfdan want with our business?
What do you mean, what does Halfdan want with our business?
Creeping up on me, asking me about things.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, then find out.
I will. I'll do exactly that.
You'll have a problem writing for a while.
Why? What did you do?
He stepped up to me.
What did you do?
I snapped his arm.
Oh. Of course.
Never let anyone threaten you like that. You teach them a lesson so they never forget it.
Always.
You're safe.
I'm safe.
Make sure Halfdan doesn't ruin any of the deals we have here. If you have to be violent, do so.
I'll be sure of it.
And yeah, Ulrich feeds. He pushes her against the wall, and yeah, he's taking a bite. Covering her mouth as well, because, grip of the damned.
Alright, you slam her against the wall, and she almost laughs as you do it, because she knows what's coming. The embrace of her master, just almost beautiful to her, until then teeth sink in, it kind of dawns on her what's happening. The eyes flicker open, and she kicks and screams. And, you take the few punches in the gut, you can feel them it connects pretty hard, but she's defenseless, and eventually she conks out.
He'll lick the wound, and when she wakes up, he'll immediately apologize and wrap her in a blanket.
How long are you going to sit there and wait? Because she passed out of exhaustion and blood loss.
5 minutes. He'll wait.
She doesn't wake up in 5 minutes.
All right. He'll lick the wound, wrap a blanket over her, and just leave one of the small flowers out of his little bag thing. Basically, she knows what that means. She knows he's basically sorry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll leave that probably perched right in her hair, and he'll just stroke her hair, and then we'll begin to make his way back out to the woods. Licking his lips and almost part of him hated for doing that, but part of him felt oh so fucking good. Do you know what I mean? That fresh prey feel.
All right. Give me, as you're walking,
I think I lost you. 5, 10. All right. Um, Ulrich walks through the woods, walks with a brisk pace. He feels the rush, the primal energy of what he just did, the intimidation, the power, the force of what he has just done. Part of him will obviously regret hurting Saskia, as always. There will always be a part of him that hurts Saskia because of that bite. But he needed it. He needed the pulse of primal energy in his system, the predator and the prey, for that's what Ulrich is. But he will think back on what Helena Sala said. He will think back on the words of what Helena said. It almost seems as if they stung at him. For yes, were these ways primal, but they almost, maybe part of her was right, but she doesn't understand. How could she? She's not one of them. No matter how much he cares for her, she's not a gangrel. She doesn't. She doesn't quite understand. She doesn't quite understand what it means to feel the rush of blood, the rush of everything, and there. It almost is just too perfect. As he makes his way through, taking the familiar goat paths, the familiar trails, he thinks more as he licks his lips, feeling like his heart would beat again, and Ivar's and Hell's old call seems to almost fade away into the darkness of his mind, the recesses of it. Ulrich Sigurdsson doesn't. He gave him a warning, death or mercy, and that was Halfdan's choice to push. For in this world, should you really push something? Should you really push a predator? No. Should you really push a beast? No. But some men choose to out of some definition of pride or not. But ultimately, it is always that familiarity that comes with the gangrel, comes with what Neve has taught him, that you must enforce such things hard, so that when they think about picking up a knife and stabbing you, or biting you with venom, they will remember the pain of what happened. They will remember what will happen. And just in case they even still remain bold, that is why Ulrich made sure Saskia, ruthless as she is, will remember. And that is as Ulrich walks, calmly, coldly, having satiated a part of the beast, but also familiarized himself with a lesson that he always likes to remind himself: the hunt never ends. Never truly. And hopefully the ST is back. Tom? Not yet. But then again, does Woden as ever allow Ulrich to breathe? Probably not, but duh. Not yet.
Ah, there we go.
There we go. There we go.
All right. Anyway, back on track. What did
I got
what
one success. I got one success on the perception alertness.
all right. Big question. Do you walk back the same way you came?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. This counts. As you make your way out, you're walking down that path. That bit of clench still in you, but the beast is kind of sated at this point. You you look down a little bit. Your eyes kind of dart out of probably instinct or something. You remember, obviously, what you did to Halfdan. You almost enjoyed it. He was bleeding a lot, like a fair bit. You fractured like at least 3 bones in his arm. But you look down at the ground of where it happened in front of that bit of tanningness. You remember there being blood there. Only little droplets where it spilled out from his arm, but you look now and there isn't any.
Hmm. That furrows his eyes. Is there any track marks or anything, or any evidence of someone actually being there?
Roll me a wits survival.
Okay. 2.
You kind of look around a little bit. Look at the ground a bit closer. And you remember, obviously, you know, you got up in his face. You put his back against that bit of tanningness, the tanning rack. Yeah, he was cowering. You look down at where it was. There's no indent in the mud. In fact, all you kind of see is 2 pairs of well, indents in the path where you both stood.
So just 2 pairs of where we were, just the 2
Yeah,
boot marks of where we were standing. That's it. Jeez.
basically. His boot marks, and I assume you're barefoot, so
Yeah. Yeah.
that's all you can see.
His brows will furrow. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, he'll make note of that almost immediately and begin to move with a quicker pace back to Tira.
All right. And you leave the little village behind, back up to the forest, to the woods, back to the. Are you going to Tira's little?
Yeah, I'll go to Tira first because well, she's the alpha, so I need she'd probably yeah, Tira first.
All right, you make your way to a Tira who normally sits. She is not there.
Civ moves to Civ quite quickly.
All right, you run quickly to where Civ would normally be, the kind of clearing. And as you kind of get there, you see that everybody is kind of gathered there. Tira is set on one of the larger logs, up by on her top right. Civ sat on her usual log. See, Sigrun is kind of crouched over a little bit, down in front of them. Bjorn, now mostly healed, pretty much fully at this point, turns to look at you with Halvar, Helena, and Nagara. They'll just kind of on the side. And they'll just kind of turn and look at you as you kind of appear.
Nod at everybody.
You see Helena smile at you,
He'll
quite
smile.
warmly.
Yeah, he'll smile back. I'm assuming she's told you. I go look directly at Tira after he smiles at Helena.
She nods.
What do you think?
It's not a bad idea. Honestly, I think it's our only option.
I would agree.
Sif kind of turns and looks at her. I like it. She nods. Bjorn gives a thorough grunt in acceptance. No, you see Nara nod along a little bit. The other two, they don't really say much to them. They just kind of. You see Halvard mulling it over in his head, and Sigrun just kind of flails weirdly as she normally does.
You turn to Helena. Can you do it for all of us or just the one person?
And she turns and looks back at you. I can. I can. I can figure it out. It's hard to explain.
You just nod if it's not too much strain on you.
No. Just have to keep jumping. That's all.
Okay. So when are we going to do this?
You see Tara, she stands. Now.
The humans are asking questions.
Fuck them. We have bigger things to deal with.
I put him in his place.
Good. Now we have this to deal with.
Just nod. Yeah, and he'll pop feral claws. No need for the bow this time, man. Yeah, he'll spend the point of blood that he got from one of them that he got from Saskia and pop feral claws.
Well then, Sigrun, do it. Sigrun, you see as she pulls the knife out of her mouth, walks over to Bjorn, kind of stands up on her legs, and she's about the same size as him. Bjorn just kind of, you see him grit his teeth, and he nods at her, and she nods back, and she jams a knife in the side of his ear. Like, it's not nice, it's not delicate, it's just in and twist. And she just pulls it back out. You see bits of blood come out with it, and he kind of grits his teeth at doing it. She passes it over to the other hand and does it in the other ear. She pulls it out again and goes to have Halvar. And he kind of looks at her. As she's looking down on him, she's taller than him pretty easily. And he looks like he doesn't really want to go along with this, but she kind of reaches up to do it. He bats a hand away. You see her eyes kind of narrow on him. But she just grabs him by the beard, pulls his head right up close, just rams it through the side of his hood and into his ear, basically impaling the hood to the side of his head. And rather than just a single twist that she probably needs to do to deafen him on that side, she twisted like a good 2 or 3 times. And you can see that grin appearing on her face. She wrenches it out, and he kind of grunts hard. Before you even have a chance to open his eyes again, she does it to the other side and just whacks it straight in the side of his head. He almost falls over. Again, twisting a good once or twice before ripping it out. And then she turns around and looks at you.
It just gives her a look like, go on, get on with it.
She walks up, stands over you because she's, again, pretty tall, puts a hand on your shoulder, and nods. And she then, if you don't do anything, she rams it in the side of your ear.
Yeah, he takes it. No, he takes it like a champ.
All right, soak it.
How much am I soaking?
You're soaking, let's say, 2 lethal.
Like a boss.
Nailed it. And she twists, and it hurts like fuck.
Mm-hmm. He closes his eyes and grits his teeth.
And she wrenches it out. There's no delicacy about this. She tosses it over to the other hand. Before you even have time to open your eyes again, it's a whack. You hear the ringing as it plunges into the back of your skull. And
I don't soak that one though.
No, that one you feel like it goes in, and as she twists it, you can't help but grit your teeth even harder as that one fucking hurts.
Yeah, he snarls. Sigrun will see his hand starting to raise almost, but he snarls very viciously.
All right. And you can almost see that from her fucked up face, she almost smiles at that.
And I'm assuming, yeah, I'm going to have to heal that. Fuck. Damn it, Sigrun. I will. Since we're out of combat, I can reflexively spend the blood to heal, can't I?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, reflexively regen it, like wincing, you know what I mean, at the damage.
Would you like to roll your wits?
Oh, if I heal it, I can hear again. Can't I?
That would be correct.
To be honest, his eyes will flare open. He'll say, regardless of the deafness, if she damages us too much, we might be already a wounded animal going into that fight.
You say that. You see Sif kind of laugh a little bit, covering her mouth laughing.
Yeah, he probably fucking screams it because he has no fucking sound perception.
Well, it's kind of the thing of when you're trying to talk and you don't know how you sound.
Yeah.
You're like, so you say something, it makes Sif laugh.
You know what? He'll put his hand on Sigrun. He'll go nod at her like, let me.
And you see Helena, she turns around and looks at you. And you could just feel like it's almost like she's just there. It's weird. Like she's just always on the back, like just over the back of your shoulder, whispering in your ear, and you can hear it. Yes, it was part of the risk.
I tell her she's a fucking moron. Growl. Actually, don't tell her that, you fucking snart. Yeah.
It's fine.
You'll
manage.
It's not fine if we're wounded going in there, but fuck it. We'll be fine.
It's our only option.
Yeah.
Unless you have any better idea now, that would be the time.
Tell her I'm doing it to her.
So what are you doing?
basically she's tell Helena, tell Sigrun I'm doing that point. Looks at the knife, I'm doing that to her. You know, like, oh, yeah, if she wants to fucking hurt me, yeah, well, bitch. You know what I mean? You can hear this, the fucking snarl in his voice.
She turns and you see her say something to Sigrun. Sigrun smiles and hands you the knife.
Yeah, you're gonna drive that thing right fucking in. You know what I mean? Fuck
Right.
you. You know what I mean?
Drive it into the side of her skull.
Yep.
I'm not going to say you roll damage because that's stupid at this point.
Yeah.
But I will make her soak, saying
yeah.
that she made you soak. Which is
Yeah.
funny
Too.
because
It was too lethal, wasn't it?
yeah, I need to find out her soak dice. Which is pretty funny because her soak dice are a lot better than yours.
Yeah. Well, I'm a little baby, so
And she gets so many ones.
Yep.
And you ram it in one side, just like wham, and you can see her head goes off to the side. Yeah. What do you do? You tell me.
I twist and twist. And, it's not fucking nice. Rip it out and then switch it before she has time to blink, right into the other ear and twist right the fuck down.
All right, you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And as you pull the knife out again, her eyes open, and you can. It's weird. Like she just smiles as much as she can.
Grumbles. Hands her back the knife. Do you know what I mean?
She takes the knife and just puts it in the back, like her back row of teeth. Just clamps it in there, where her mouth actually ends. She just smiles, looking at you, and just slowly like reclines backwards. There, are you happy now?
A little.
A little.
Yeah.
Oh, she's definitely happy.
Yeah, well, she's weird like that.
Right. Well, plan is. Well, you tell me what's the plan.
We're gonna have to go in there.
Yes, I know that, but you know, are you guys going up the front or?
Yeah. We'll go up the front. We're all probably moving a unit. Better that way, safer that way.
Yes, I think that's what Tira has in mind as well.
Yeah. Unit is safer. That means if they corral us, we can have multiple people fighting together rather than isolated.
And she nods, and you can see she turns and looks at Bjorn. And you just see Bjorn nod, and you see she turns and looks at Halvar. Halvar kind of hisses a little bit. And you see Tira just like glare at him. And he kind of like, oh, like, I can't think of the word. I guess, for lack of a better term, submits. Not obviously.
Oh yeah, yeah, subtly, yeah.
It's like, head goes down a little bit. And she jumps down off the log and starts walking.
He'll actually say to Helena, like, trying to reach out in his mind as well, which is an odd feeling for Ulrich. When eventually he can feel Helena's presence in his head again.
Well, it's not like it's like, imagine, it's not like an opening door in your mind. It's like there's someone just over the back of your shoulder, just whispering in your ear.
Okay. What he will say is, keep an eye on Sif.
Don't worry. She's with me.
Good. Just keep her and yourself safe.
I think she's planning on keeping me safe by the looks of it. As you turn and look at Sif, and you see Sif's claws come out.
Just be careful not to touch her, remember. And he'll look at Sif and he'll give her a smile. And he'll with Sif's, like, looking at Sif, then looking at Helena, how could I convey this subtly, like protect her? Like kind of gesturing for Sif to protect Helena? How could I do that subtly?
Charisma leadership. and then you tell me how you do it because you've got to make this up shit up on your own.
Okay, charisma leadership.
If I do it all
Charisma
for you,
leadership.
dude, that's no fun now, is it?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh,
Fail.
beautiful. What do you
So,
do?
so, she puts her hand. He puts his hand on Helena. He puts his hand on his heart and he looks at Civ.
She laughs at you.
What'd she say?
Uh, oh. Oh dear. Well, we best get moving.
What? What? I told her to protect you. Not what? What's she laughing
No,
for?
no, that's fine. Chill. Yes. You can hear Helena laughing as she starts walking. Sif follows her.
Just looks more confused. Follows Tira.
All right. And as you begin to walk out into the woods, you cross the line. Sigrid nearly has a heart attack.
Seizures on the floor.
She, well, she almost does. She starts. You can see visibly. Her eyes narrow, and she can like almost grits her teeth on that knife, almost biting it in two. But she doesn't. And yeah, you begin to walk deeper and deeper. Halvar and Tyr at the front, mainly due to the fact that Halvar might know where he's going.
Yeah, I'll activate Eyes of the Beast as well. You know, on top of my Feral Claws.
Yeah, you begin walking. It doesn't take long. You can't hear anything. Helena, you can hear her. Yeah, you just don't really can hear her talking. You just kind of hear her like there. It's kind of weird. You can just feel that she's there. But you do hear like a light gasp almost.
What is it?
They're here.
All right. Which way?
To left side.
Yeah, he'll start moving to the left. Probably moving quite quickly.
You see Bjorn run off to the right. And everyone just kind of scatters, apart from Sif and Helen, who kind of stay on like the bit of path to get the woods begin to thicken out. And yeah, you run off to the left. Who's with you? Sigrun is with you.
Hey, buddy.
And you can see there are three of them.
Have they seen us yet? That's the important
Oh yeah,
question.
they're coming towards you. You can see them.
Oh yeah,
Like they
there
have
we go.
seen
Yeah,
you. They have seen you. They don't look beautiful though. They are just hissing, horrible, and bleeding.
yeah. They
And we
look like
shall
a
roll
lovely
initiative.
initiative. Thank God I upped my strength before this. Jeez. Okay, so plus X is that? Yeah, it's 7. I'm an orc.
All right. And then I need one for Sigrun. X is. All right, so it is. Shit. Let me write this here. 7. Sigrun. Oh, we got 8. 11. 2. Ulrich. Bitch. 3. All right, we have our order. Sweet.
Jesus.
Bitch 1, Sigrun, bitch 2, Ulrich, bitch 3.
Yep, let's do this.
All right. First bitch. She's going to do her thing.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to do the thing really good.
That scream, Yoki, I'm assuming.
Yep. She does the
Aha!
thing. Ulrich, doesn't work on you. You're deaf.
Yes.
However, it works on Sigrun.
Damn it, Sigrun!
So that's how many? 7.
What did we tell you?
And then she needs to soak. If she can soak, she soaks. That's fine. You see Sigrun, they scream. You can see the scream because you can see bits of blood kind of come out the throat. Like it almost spits it forward, like almost like when talking, that bit of spit that comes out. It comes out, that gargle of blood just spurts out as this echoing scream kind of reverberates around them. You can see the bits of the trees kind of shake and rustle slightly, but you can't hear shit, so it doesn't affect you. Wonderful. Sigrun. Gonna stab the fuck out of one. No, she's gonna grapple one, actually. That's its strength. Oh shit. 3 versus 4. Right. She grapples. You see Sigrun, she jumps forward, just kind of pounces on one of them and wraps, like, lurches on top of it. One that just screamed. And, like, drags it to the ground. Bitch 2. Bitch 2 is going to bite you.
Okay.
Oh, that's alright. 2 plus strength. 5 plus 1. 6. Soak me to lethal.
Can I spend blood, I think, to soak as well? Yeah, I'm going to spend blood for
can.
fortitude. I will spend blood for fortitude, so I auto-soak it for 3.
Alright. How much blood do you have?
I am on fed previous night. I'm on, and I've pumped up 2 for Halvar, took 1 for Helena's thing. So what's my full blood pool again? Because I was full last the previous night.
Shall we say 7?
7, yeah, it'd be 7. Yeah, I was thinking 7. 7.
7. So you spend 1, activate fortitude, you go down to 6.
Yep.
You soak it.
Like a boss.
She comes in. Yeah, you can see they've got teeth like a road all the way to the back, and they land a bite on like your arm. And they move pretty quickly, and they lurch in, and you see they kind of shakes around like a rabid dog and pulls off, and nothing happens. Like you can see, actually, one of her teeth is left in your arm.
Oh yeah, yeah. He just shrugs it off as if it's nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll work.
All right. Well then, let's get mean and nasty, Tom. 7. It's 7, yeah, because I got my brawl. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
3 plus 2 plus your strength.
So my strength, because I buffed up my strength, so it's 5 plus 3 plus 2.
10d10. Let's see that ag.
Oh, come on, Discord. Be nice to me, honey. Not too bad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take 2, 3. 3 ag.
3 ag, yeah.
So, what do you do?
So yeah, he runs in. She bites his arm. He takes a takes it on the shoulder, but he almost immediately almost riposts it. So like the second arm flies out, probably hitting her right in the chest. Probably aiming deep, kind of for the rib cage, probably trying to puncture through the heart.
All right, you do that. You claw across her chest, and she looks like she's shrieking. You don't hear shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's bitch 3. So bitch 3 is gonna come, and she's gonna claw you. She 2 successes. 1 plus her strength. 4 plus 1.
Soaked due to fortitude.
Soaked. No fucks given.
Mm-hmm.
As you see this one, it comes down, it kind of slashes against the back of your leg, and you don't even give a fuck.
Yep, I got this.
Bitch 1 again is going to contest with strength. Have strength. Sigrund. Oh shit! It wins. Do you see this one? Sigrund's kind of wrestling with it. It kind of rolls over and throws her off. Sigrun kind of falls backwards, and she's going to lurch forward and stabby stab. 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 plus her strength. 9 plus 2.
You know what time it is, Tom? Now the combat started in. Right now, I'll post it here.
4, 5, 6, 7. You see, as this thing kind of lurches, rolls off, Sigrun jumps forward, her knife in hand, just almost like just stabs it in the eye and just twists it.
Ooh.
And it's not just in the eye, it's through the eye and into the back of the skull, kind of deep. And it just twists and pulls it sideways, and just ripping out what's left of that piece of the head. And this thing just kind of falls to the floor and begins to like bubble and boil.
Yeah, okay. It's 1 down.
All right.
Bitch 2.
Bitch 2 is going to bite you again.
Mm-hmm.
She did a little bit better this time. A 2 plus strength plus 2 is this.
I will spend blood for fortitude. So I'm on 5 blood now, but I will spend for fortitude.
All right.
So soaked.
That's so. You soaked that 1 lethal. Good job.
Yay, me. And here we come.
Don't forget your own dice penalties, remember.
I miss anyway. Yeah, I miss. I miss.
You miss.
God. 1's my life.
And then bitch 2. Bitch 3 is going to try and bite you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
At least have fortitude active.
4 plus 3, 7 plus 2 is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. You soak it. Right, bitch 1 is dead. Sigrun. Sigrun's going to turn and stabby stab again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Jesus, Sigrun.
So 7 plus 2 plus 5. 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 3 is 3. 3 lethal.
On top of Ulrich's 3 ag as well.
Yeah, so she jumps forward again, stabs it in like the back of the throat. You see the knife come through as you're looking at this one. The knife comes through the front of the throat. She grabs the blade on the other side and twists it, snapping the neck, and this thing just goes. And there's this splatter of blood just flies out towards you, covering your face as this thing just drops.
Yep. Almost on instinct, I'm going to move and hit the thing that's been trying to attempt to hurt me. That is 4.
That's 4.
Yep, 4. So it is my strength, which is 5 plus. Is it strength? Strength plus 3 plus 2 again?
It is strength plus 3,
Plus 2 for
plus
the
2 for
claws as well.
claws.
Yeah. So 10d10 again. Two ag.
2 egg. Oh, what do you do?
So yeah, he spins. I'm assuming this thing is striking him on the side or something.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll spin as the thing blood covers his face, and he'll pivot and then just strike a decent strike right into the hip. Kind of joining the leg, so it kind of scrapes and then pulls the claw away, snarling. Getting ready for her to try and hit him again.
And she will do exactly that. She's going
Soak
for a
dice
bite.
ready. Get my soak dice ready.
She gets 2, so it's
Two.
1 plus strength plus 2, which is pretty pitiful for these guys. But holy shit, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2,
So
3,
4.
4.
You take
So,
1 lethal.
mm,
It hurts. She turns around and kind of goes down. She goes down on you. Her teeth connect into your top side of your thigh, and she wrenches out a chunk of the back of it. And then Sigrun, naturally, will probably kill her. But we shall roll anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 plus 5 plus 2. Damn it, I hate math when I can't fucking see the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3.
3.
Did you
Yeah,
do 2 or did you
I
do
did.
3?
I did 2.
All right. So you see
Right.
Sigrun just throws the knife and it just splits her in the middle of the head. But she's still moving.
I'm a coming. I'm a following with that sweep.
Go, do it. 1 success. So strength plus 2.
Strength plus 2. That is 7 due to the buff. That
1,
is
2.
2 ag. I think that's
And
enough.
how do you kill it?
So yeah, Tigrum hits with the knife. The thing rocket backs over combat rolls. So he and then literally comes up right beside it, and the claw just digs right into the side, and he just twists it. So the head literally comes off, but on top of his claws.
Yes. And as the severed head drops, the body begins to boil on the ground.
He'll probably say to Helen as he holds part of his side, his arm, "We're going to need blood."
You hear her, she kind of comes back, almost like you feel the hand touching your shoulder again. Yes, but it's scarce.
Oh, I've got an idea. Oracle, look up to the sky.
Yes,
I am going to use Charisma Survival for Animalism 2.
do it. Call them.
Call them, summon the hunt. Yeah, I'm on 5. Oh, I don't think I got any successes. I think it's diff 7, isn't
I
it?
think it is. Nope.
Yeah, it is. It's diff 7, isn't it?
And yet, with that, you see actually coming behind you. You tried it, but you see passing you out of your peripheral vision. A few deer kind of begin springing forward. As you look over and you see Sif back to back with Helena. Sif, she seems to be shouting something.
Yeah, or it's going to beeline for one of them deer.
Do it.
Take it down.
I'm not going to make you roll. You can do that.
Yeah, I'll tear that thing apart and drain it. I'll try to take 2 of them and I'll drain both of them dry.
All right. You take 2, you get 6 blood.
Oh, thank God, that's 11. Yeah, I'm on 11. I will use one of the lethals done to me by the lady. And then he will say to Helena, "Should we heal the deafness now or wait?"
No, there'll be more.
He'll just nod. So he'll just do that one lethal, drop a blood bite down to 10, and will heal the lethal done by the lovely lady.
Yes.
And we'll turn and look for Tira.
You see, as you turn around, you kind of see the last. They're cleaning up their fight. You see Tara with two of them. She just smashes both the heads together, and they just explode in front of her. You see some of the animals that Sif has called just kind of pecking at one of them. A few crows kind of like screeching around one of the heads as it waves around. As Sif kind of slides underneath the legs, her claws sticking out, just slicing the legs off as it drops down face first and begins to boil.
Anyone too badly hurt?
Doesn't look like it from what you can see here. And the last thing you see as Nara kind of throws one towards the tree trunk, and like a ram, she puts her head forward and charges it and just smashes its skull against the back of the tree trunk, headbutting it.
That's pretty metal.
Pretty fucking metal. It's like wham, and again that one's head just explodes.
Yeah, he'll look for Tira then, and kind of like we moving forward. He'll say to Helena, obviously waiting to hear Tira's orders.
She just nods. Yes,
All right, you okay?
I'm fine.
He'll just nod and start forming back into the pack group, essentially.
All right. You begin to form back into the group, back into formation, so to say. Me moving forward, and you can see now as you go in thicker and thicker into the woods, you can see just in the distance the actual outline of what looks to be a few huts.
The village.
It looks like it.
Can you hear anything?
It's quiet. Very quiet.
Right. We're gonna have to stay together if we're all separated and we can't hear each other. This could get very messy really quickly.
Yes, that is why I'm here. Doing good. Doing well. Just keep moving.
He'll just nod. He doesn't even look back. He's just moving quite forward with a lot of determination. His eyes glow red and his claws are bare, dripping with blood.
All right. And you move forward. You move into what the remnants of what was a village of sorts. As you kind of move out into it, a bit of a clearing. You can see in the middle there's a sort of well, fairly large. Around, it looks like a circular, very small village, kind of set out in a circle. The huts, like the bench. Imagine it like every hut at each point on the clock. You see, they're all kind of ruined and smashed in, and it seems pretty quiet. You don't really see anything.
I don't like that. He'll go and inspect the well, probably keeping someone right beside him as he does.
Oh yeah, Helena comes up to you. As you look over the well, you can see it's quite full for a well.
Can you see anything? He'll like lean down looking at the water.
And she looks over. It's, I mean, it's quite full.
And he'll look around for tracks, obviously not made by them either as well.
All right. Perception alertness.
Okay. One success.
You don't find any tracks, but if you could hear, you would hear a few things. As you kind of see everybody kind of jump to alertness a little bit. You hear Helena say, "Something's coming." Before finally coming out of the fucking huts, you see a mixture of those screaming sirens almost, and the large men. They begin almost coming out of the woodwork, literally coming out of the woodwork. You see one of them crawl out from under the ground, almost rising from a grave. One of them, it looks like he is pinned up against a wall with something. He just it just begins to materialize as he steps out of the logs, and they just begin walking towards you, axes in hands. Roll initiative. All right, first, whose like side are you going to take? Because at the minute, just because I know who you're grouped with, because I'm not rolling everybody's fucking initiative. I'll be here all day rolling dice for myself.
Which
So,
groups am I faced with?
so the groups that you can jump in, there is Nara and Halvar. They're taking the left.
Mm-hmm.
There is Bjorn and Tira. There is
Mm-hmm.
Sigrun,
Yes.
and then there is Helena and Sif.
Which group it looks like is facing the most daunting? That would be all Rick's opinion because he's fighting tactically. Which group looks like is facing the most opposition?
Uh, the most opposition looks to be Bjorn and Tira.
Mm-hmm. And which group looks like it's going to struggle initiates that the combat's about to clash? I'm assuming Sif and Helena.
Sif and Helena.
Yeah, that's where he'll prioritize. Sigrun can handle herself, and yeah, he'll almost step in front of the two of them and charge.
All right, and you charge, and I shall roll some initiative.
Oh Jesus! Whoa!
Beautiful. All right, these are there are 6 guys, and they are +6. So it's 14, 10, 8, 11, 14, 13 for me, and then I will roll 8, and then one more. Oh, damn. Can you just roll me 1d10?
Mm-hmm. Three.
All right, you're going first by 1. That's pretty funny.
Wow.
Work. But, guy 1. Guy 2. Guy 3. Shit, guy 4. Yeah, that's a bitch. That's a bitch 1. Bitch 2. And then it is Sif. And then it's a guy 4. That is the initiative. I'll go first. Jeez.
Jeez.
All right. You're faced with this as Helena kind of takes a step back as you jump forward, and Sif kind of takes a step forward as well. You see these guys literally coming out of the woodwork, what's left of it anyway, crawling out from underneath. Some of them get hands bursting out from the ground.
All right. I am going to spend 2 blood So I'll put me down to 8. One is for stamina to bump it to 4, and the other's for fortitude.
All right.
And
You do that.
Here we go. Gonna hit guy 1.
Hitting guy number 1.
Swiggity swooty coming for the booty.
Swiggity swooty. You hit
Wow.
him. You hit him pretty good.
I really hit him, yeah. That's 10d10 then. That's 4, yeah.
Strength plus 5.
5. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 aggravated damage.
Took 3 of it.
He takes one hell of a hit off Ulrich.
Well, would you tell me? How does he get hit?
No, Ulrich frontal charges, right? The guy is probably picking up his axe just to swing. As I'm running at him, I noticed, does any of them have the burning axes?
They all do.
Oh, fuck me, sideways. Well, then this is going to be a day. So yeah.
It would be easy.
Oh yeah, no, but I just said, oh, this is going to be a day. So he frontal charges, right? And Ulrich snarls and jumps and just embeds both his claws right under the belly, and he just lifts them up, so they just do this huge gash.
And he takes a hit. And you can see he just, as you kind of look up, he looks down on you, and his mouth opens, and you can't hear anything because you're fucking deaf.
Mm-hmm.
But you can assume he's screaming at you with anger.
Yeah.
Helena is going to act. She's going to command.
Atta girl.
She gets 1 success. She commands bitch 2 to bite. She says bite. Bitch 2 then, the first thing that she sees is bitch 1. She bites. 3. She gets strength plus 2, 1. And this will soak. See one of the bitches, just because that's what we're calling them now, apparently.
Mm-hmm. The bitches.
The bitches lurch forward. You don't know why. It just lurches forward and bites the other one.
Yay!
Guy number 1.
Oh, bring it.
It's the guy you hit.
Yeah, hit like a fucking freight train.
And he's going to hit you like a freight train.
Yeah, let's do this. This is going to fucking hurt.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
They have specialties.
Oh, God.
4 plus their strength, which is high, plus... is that your soak roll? No, that's my... That's for like D10. No.
That's your thing.
What?
That's your damage. That's your damage, isn't it?
No, yeah. I haven't calculated my damage yet. I'm doing it now.
That was really weird.
Where did that come from? I mean, I would take that one because I see a lot of tender and I'm not that cruel.
Yeah, please don't.
But instead, I'm going to roll this because this is what their actual damage is.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How much is that? 1?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7.
So 3 of that is taken away immediately.
3 of that is taken away immediately.
And can I soak that at all?
You can soak.
Oh, with the rest of my stamina, beautiful. Oh, holy shit!
You take 1 ag.
I can imagine he gets hit with the axe, and it hurts like absolute fuck. But for some reason, probably I imagine what he does is he turns the blade so the majority of it doesn't actually go into his ribcage. I'm going to say is why he soaks so much of that.
Exactly. It does. But as it's still that glancing blow, you can't help but hit. You feel it almost burning, searing the side of your, rib cage. Even with that bit of a scratch, it hurts like fuck.
Yep.
And now it is all their turns. I am so sorry.
Oh.
Guy number 2 is going to hit Sif.
Mm-hmm.
1,
Hey,
2, 3, 4.
At least the bitches might turn on each other since he bit her, so at least we have that right. Yeah.
least you have that. Sif has got the soak. 1, 2, 3.
Three. That's not too bad.
And what is her soak dice? I don't know her soak dice. Oh no.
Oh, honey. Please tell me.
Soak 3.
Oh, well, that's not too bad.
She soaks 1.
And guy number 3.
She takes that. So you see this guy number 2, he swings his axe, and you see Sif kind of like hiss at him, and she just gets a massive blow across the back of the chin. She goes flying.
Oof.
Like, she gets knocked back pretty hard. Like, the sheer strength of these guys is just something.
Mm-hmm.
Guy number 3 is going to hit you.
Bring it. Oh, fuck me.
So you're fighting your buddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
No,
6, 7.
Jesus, I'm fucked. Here we go.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm fucked.
7 plus the strength, which is 6.
Oh, this
Plus
is
4 for the axe.
Oh, that's not too bad.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minus 1, 2, 3. 3. Soak me 3.
I auto soak it.
You auto soak it.
Yeah, hell no, see Ulrich get hit with another axe and he just takes it right in the arm and it buries right in and he just hisses and just stares at the guy like, yeah.
All right. Bitch number 1. Bitch number 1 does not like being bitten by bitch number 2.
Oh, there's another guy. I just saw the end. Oh,
Yep.
no.
Yep. So bitch number 1 is going to bite bitch number 2. So luckily you got these two in fighting.
Thankfully, mother of God.
Did Sidekick fall on its ass? Oh, no, there it is. She flipped. She whiffs. Bitch number 1 tries to bite bitch number 2. And she fails biting bitch number 2.
Come on, bitch number 2, fight back.
Bitch number 2 does not like being attempted to be bitten by bitch number 1. And bitch number 2 tries to bite bitch number 1. She bites bitch number 1.
Yeah.
3 plus 2. Soak. 2. She soaks. So these two just kind of like flail at each other, stop biting each other.
Oh, Sif.
Sif.
Honey.
Sif. This is where the fun begins. Sif, Dex Brawl. She's going to fight one of them. She's attacking guy number... Whichever one swung at her.
That was 2.
Guy number 2. She's going to fight guy number 2. She gets a hit.
Oh, honey. Oh, no.
What?
Sif.
All right. What?
I just saw that dice pool. It's like, honey, no, you adorable little thing.
2 Dex, 1 Brawl.
Oh,
She's doing this.
She's in there, man.
All right, her damage dice, because her damage
Here we
dice
go.
are different.
This is the legendary. Come on, Sif.
It is. So her strength, which is 2, plus 2 is 4.
Oh, shit.
She gets 4 damage. What? He has a thing, Connor.
Oh. Come on, Sif. I believe in you so much.
D10. What's the outcome going to be? Or is Sidekick going to fall on his ass again?
My heart can't take it. I'm like, Sif, honey, baby. First comes to worst, we can just roll a more 20.
There it goes. She gets 2 ag.
Hey!
But the thing is, though, Torna,
Mm-hmm.
as Sif goes forward and attacks this thing, you see her claws. They, like yours, they dig, they slash and they tear. Hers seem to dig deeper. They just seem to cut through him like butter. Nothing. He automatically takes 2 damage.
Oh, honey. Oh, you beautiful bitch.
And then guy number 4.
Oh, mother of God.
This guy's going to swing at Helena.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Oh.
It hits. It's only 1.
Yeah, but...
But their standard damage dice is 10, so
Yeah, exactly.
1, 2,
That's not too bad,
2.
actually. That's actually not too bad.
And she can actually soak this.
Atta girl.
Is soakable ag because I'm nice.
Because you're... Yeah, otherwise we'd be
But
fucked.
but she doesn't soak it.
Oh,
She
Helena.
she takes 1 straight across the chest. It embeds right in between like the top of her rib cage and where her neckline is, right just below the collarbone, and just digs in.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just hear in the back of your mind, almost probably by accident, she just screams. That's all you hear, just echoing.
Oh. And when it comes... Yeah, it's Big Papa Pump's turn.
And it's Ulrich. So it's
So,
your turn.
looking at this, Tom, with the two bitches fighting each other, would it be safe to assume I could get away with healing myself? Because I don't trust these guys in the damage. That I could get away with healing myself to put myself only at 1 ag and not 2 lethal on top of that.
You are currently at 1 ag, 3 lethal on top of that.
3? I thought I healed 1.
No, you can't heal, dude. If you heal, you lose.
I know I healed the one that your one bit me. Remember,
Yeah.
girl. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm asking. I took 2 lethal from Sigrun, didn't I?
Yes, you did. And then you took an extra 2 and you healed 1.
No, I took an extra. I thought I healed all the damage done to me by the lady. Because I thought I only took 1
All
lethal
right,
off.
then. Yep. All right, well, let's do that. All right, you're on 2, on 1 and 2. All right.
Yeah, so I'm trying to assess, would it be safe to if
You can, if you want to heal, you can roll it with survival to see if you
yeah,
can spend blood to heal.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing.
And then you can, if you get successes, you can.
Yeah, I got 2
You can
successes.
spend 2 blood if your generation allows it.
Yeah, I can. I'm a 9th gen, so I can get away with it. I will spend the 2 blood this. Ooh. Oh no, it's reflexive. I will spend 2 blood to heal, and then I'll be spending a lot of blood. Actually, no, I will be spending 1 of my blood to heal 1 of the lethal off,
Yep.
and then I will spend the other blood for fortitude because I'm gonna fucking need it. And then
All right.
I will rock'em sock'em robot in.
All right. So let me just add that. You're still at -1 penalty because you're on 1 ag, 1 lethal. And you have 2 guys in front of you.
Oh, one's hurt badly though, if I remember correctly. Guy 1.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go straight for him, man. Go for glory. Ow. 1, 2, 3, 4 again. So that's the same dice pool. 10. Right, Discord. Fucking love me. All right, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ag. Oh, I got him.
You got him.
Yeah.
How do you kill this one?
So Ulrich takes the blow from the guy number 3. He takes it and turns his chest away. Hearing the screaming of Helena in his head, he snarls viciously as he frontal charges and just uppercuts the guy. So literally the claws come out through the guy's mouth, up the guy's brain, and out of his head like just a double swoop. So he just looks him straight in the face as he disengages and whirls to go and face number 3.
And you do that. You rip off this guy's face, and his body begins to fall backwards. Latona.
He's gonna blow up, yeah.
These guys do a thing when they die.
Yeah, he's gonna go.
Roll your stamina. Flat stamina.
Not buffed, so 4. 3.
All right. As this guy falls backwards, he lands on the ground and he shatters like ice. And now it's Helena's turn. Did you
Yeah.
have nothing to say about that? All right.
He shatters like ice, but I'm assuming nothing happened. I have no
Well,
idea.
nothing happened.
Yeah, Ulrich just growls and says to Helena, "Keep pushing, you'll be fine. I'll be over in a minute." As he turns to face guy number 3 fully.
And Helena, as she's got an axe in her, what is she gonna do? Ooh, she is going to dominate again. And this time she's going to use the other one. She's not as good at.
6.
But she nails it. She says something. And you see the guy let go of his axe.
Oh shit.
You're not sure what she said.
Mm-hmm.
But he does. And you see her, she takes the axe and she readies it.
At a girl.
She basically rips it out of her own chest and just holds it.
At a girl.
All right. Guy number 1 is dead. He's fucked. Bye-bye. Guy number 2.
Just fighting stiff.
Yes, he is.
Oh, honey.
How do you remember that? Because I couldn't. He gets 2 successes. Sorry, 3 successes.
Honey.
So 3 plus his strength. Sorry, 2 plus his strength. 7 plus 4.
Jesus.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.
6. Jesus fuck.
She is going to spend blood
For Z fortitude.
for the fortitude. She's going to roll.
Oh, Sif. I like the way Discord crashes every time Sif makes a roll. It's like, nah, man, I can't do it.
Can't do it. I can't do it.
I can't do it.
All right. She soaks 3, so she takes
3.
3.
It's not bad.
It's not good.
It's better than 6. Guy number 3.
Sif is not looking in good shape as this guy swings his axe and it beds into the top of the shoulder and he just wrenches it down, bringing her to her knees.
Shit.
Guy number 3 is attacking you.
Yep.
1, 2, 3,
Oh, fucking God.
4, 5, 6. My dice rolls. My God.
Yep. God, I fucking invested
5 plus strength plus 4.
That's not as bad as I thought it would be.
That's awful. That's 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8. So
I soaked
auto soak 3, soak
3,
5.
so 5. Soak 5. Wow. Wow.
You soak 3. Nice.
Yep.
You take 2 more?
Yep. Ooh, I'm not looking good either.
No. These guys are tough. That was guy number 3.
3. Yeah.
All right, bitches. Bitches are fighting each other.
Bitches.
They're going to bite. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 plus their strength. 5 plus 2. Ugh. Bitches failed to bite each other. The other bitch is going to bite again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 plus their strength. 3, 6 plus 2. Soak. All right, you see one of them lays their teeth into the other one, just rips out a big chunk of flesh and spits it out and carries on like trying to bite.
Okay, Sif.
Sif is gonna try attack this guy who's attacking her.
Oh, wow.
She gets a
Yeah.
10, so she hits.
Yeah, honey. You knock his ass.
So she gets And she does it again.
She gets an egg.
She gets an egg, and he can't soak her egg because her egg is
Yeah,
super egg.
he's on 3, so he's not. Yeah, he's giving him back something.
That one is on 3. Sweet. And guy number 4 is going to attack Helena, but he does not have his axe
Oh,
because
thank
he
God.
thinks it's a better idea to use his fists.
Ha
So, the powers of Dominate. He's going to punch her, which is his dex roll, which they are not very good at.
Yay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, just 3. Flat strength. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take 2. 2. Round it down. 1. Helena, soak me. 1 bashing.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on. She soaks the 1 bashing.
Yeah.
You just see this guy as he gets really mad that, he thinks it's a great idea to punch. He just socks her across the jaw and she just takes it and just slowly turns her head back. Ulrich, it is your go.
Gonna roll that thingy to figure out if I can heal the rest of that lethal, because hurdy, I'm in trouble.
With sub. No, with survive.
Oh. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Come
Come
on, you
on.
can do it, buddy. You
Come
can do
on.
it. You can
Come
do
on.
it.
Come on, you piece of shit. Yep.
You can spend your maximum amount of blood.
I will spend to heal 1 of the lethal, and I don't know. I will spend for fortitude, which is putting me at. Yeah, it's put me just right at my hunger score. And what Ulrich is going to do, this guy is swinging an axe around like a fucking madman, right?
Yep.
I'm going to spend a willpower to ignore my wound penalties.
Wonderful.
I'm going to grapple him. Take
You're
back
gonna
away.
grapple him.
I get it. I get it like a fucking champ.
Hold on, it's contested.
1. I still got a lot of successes.
You did well. I'm not saying that, but it is contested.
It's 4, so it's not bad. You know what I mean? It could be a lot fucking worse.
Roll his strength. Yep, you get him.
Yeah, so he comes up behind as he raises the axe. Ulrich, like a fucking chameleon, combat rolls, and with all that supple joint energy, just wraps right around his chest, like coiling in like that, almost like a spider crapping his prey, so he can't swing that fucking thing.
All right, Helena's turn. She has an axe. It is glowing. She's gonna swing it at the guy that tried to punch it.
Do it, honey.
Actually, no. She's gonna swing it at the guy that's attacking Sif.
I mean, that's a clever one. Yeah.
That's what she does.
Oh, honey.
She misses.
It's okay. It's okay.
You know what? She spends a willpower.
Oh shit.
Because I just want her to hit this.
Do it. Yeah, I don't mind.
I don't care if you don't mind. I'm the ST. I can do what I want, bitch.
Well, excuse me.
So her strength plus the axe, which is 4. So it's not very much, but oh my god, the ones. The ones. Oh no.
Ones are killing everybody today.
Fucking ones. When it matters.
Beats off him, yeah. Which might be a proven distraction, but hey, fuck it.
Yeah, no, she's got one trying to punch it and one swinging the axe at her. Guy 1 is dead. Guy 2 is grappled.
That's guy 3. Guy 2 is on Sif.
Yes, sorry. Guy 2 is on Sif. Now he looks to Helena. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, honey, please soak that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Minus.
Save for the ones.
Minus
It's
two,
3 ag.
three.
Yeah, she can soak that.
Well, let's hope so. She doesn't have fortitude, remember.
At least it's soakable.
He soaks
Ooh,
one.
ooh, not looking good.
Helena just takes 2 ag.
Oof. Guy 3 is grappled by moi.
Guy 3 is going to try and break free.
Do this, motherfucker. Waste your turn.
Playing his strength. He gets all the successes.
Yeah, he breaks out, but that's at least that's his turn. At least that's his turn wasted.
Then it's his turn wasted. Bitches are going to bite each other again because, damn it, that was a really clever move. Good job, Tom. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah.
NPCs. She does it. This might be it, actually.
Oh, I can hear now. Shit, as well.
You can.
I say that's a fucking sensation as I'm rocking around with
All
this
right.
guy.
And then. All right. So you see bitch number 1 bites into bitch number 2. And they're rolling and fighting. And you see eventually she just digs her teeth in and rips out her throat entirely and just spits it out. And you see the one on the ground begin to boil.
Shit.
This
Probably.
bitch number 2 is dead.
Oh, shit.
Sif. Oh, Sif.
Come on, honey.
She's going to spend the willpower to ignore her wound penalties. She's going to attack. Oh, she does it. She does it. It's her strength +3 +2.
Here we go. It's not Ulrich they should fear. It's the mighty Sif. Here we go.
Yes, it is, because that is 4 unsoakable.
Oh, she gets him. Ah, the girl.
So, the one, as he turns to look towards Helena, who swung the axe, she kind of like panics as she misses. You see Sif just jump up off the ground. It's like almost like a fit of rage, just slash against his back. And her claws, like yours, yeah, they dig. But hers dig deeper. They come right through his chest and just slice him in half. And he just begins to fall backwards. I need to roll a thing. Oh shit. Roll stamina.
Three.
So close. Ulrich.
Yep.
As this guy breaks free and you see the one Sif kills, the body begins to slide in half and crash on the ground, shattering like ice. As it does, you see a wisp kind of light up, like almost air, cold air. As such, you feel your muscles begin to tighten slightly. Almost like the blood in them is beginning to freeze.
Oh, Jesus. Lovely.
You're at -1 dice penalty. It's okay. You've got 3 successes. It could have been -4.
Yay. Whew, okay. Okay. That's not too bad.
-1.
Okay.
Could have been a lot worse.
Could have been a lot worse. Okay. Whew, let's do this. Who's the bitches going for?
Bitches. Oh no, it's your turn, dude.
Oh shit, okay.
Oh, that was guy number 4.
Oh fuck. You motherfucker.
Sorry. Guy number 4 needs to punch Helena. Let me just do that real quick. He punches Helena. He rolls many dice. 1, 2.
Doesn't do well in damage
3,
at all.
4. Take 2. Take 2. Half it. Round down. Helena, soak 1 bashing because hey, getting that axe was a good idea. He soaks it like a boss. He punches her. She turns and looks at him. Ulrich, go.
Willpower. I need Mother of God. Spending it. Now, I'm close to the well, aren't I?
You're in decent range.
I'm going to barrel charge this guy into the well.
All right, you can do that because you're behind him.
Yeah.
The well, he is between you and the well. You can definitely do that.
I will barrel charge him in with my 5 strength.
Do it.
So what you want me to roll? Dex brawl, strength roll.
Strength brawl to force him in.
Whoa. Okay, that's 3.
3 successes.
3 nines.
All right. He's got to resist. You do it.
Yeah.
You do it. He gets 1.
Ulrich growls and roars some battle cry to Odin. Literally barrel chests him in, so he smashes into the water. Guessing if they're made of ice, they might literally dissolve in the water. Because what happens with ice and water?
Well, as you smash him into the side of the well, and he topples over. As soon as he lands, he sinks in. A big splash of water comes flying up at the top. You can see the water begins to bubble and boil almost. The eyes that are glowing. You can see the darkness in them he kind of lights up a little bit, that ominous glow about them. So he begins to sink down to the bottom.
Yeah, fuck you, buddy. He'll probably even say, actually, Helena will hear him shout, "The water!"
All right, you shout it. Helena's go. Helena's going to take a swing. This mighty axe she's got. She makes a hit for once.
Yeah.
Strength +4. Oh, damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 ag.
Yeah. You see her, she takes a swing, like a arcing, she almost lets out like a battle roar as she does this, just screaming at this thing. She just swings it sideways and just decapitates it. Just straight away, just boom.
Just 1 left.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, that fucking thing. Stamina.
Stamina.
Pieces 2, though. Yeah, I'm
Nailed
good.
it. All right. 1 guy left and 1 bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's guy number
It's actually
2.
no 2.
No, 4.
4, yeah, yeah.
4.
1 bitch and 4, and then it's bitch, then Sif, then guy 4.
It is indeed. Bitch is going to now try and bite somebody else who is not the other bitch. Oh no.
Stop biting my girlfriend. Oh.
So strength 5 +1. 6 again. 4, 1, 2, 3, so 3 lethal. Oh, no, she fucked that.
She fucked that hard. Damn. At least it's lethal, though.
Oh, yeah, it's lethal. But
that was man.
See, this bitch just gets this bitch. This bitch.
This bitch.
She jumps forward and latches onto Ellen and just kind of digs her teeth and wraggles around like a dog and just rips out. It doesn't just rip out the chunk she was buying. She rips out all the ligaments. It just tears off basically rips off the entire shoulder to the bone. And you can see it she screams in pain.
All right, Tom, I have to ask a question.
You can ask a question.
Do I roll for frenzy?
If you would like to roll for frenzy.
I'm rolling it.
You succeed. You do not frenzy.
Look, yeah. But I have instinct, though. Don't I frenzy anyway, or I just keep control of it?
Oh, yes, you have instinct.
Yeah, I'm a path of the beast.
I forget that. All right. You frenzy.
I can ride the wave, essentially. I think
you can ride the wave. That's what happens. You frenzy.
Yep. No, I'm double checking.
All right. You're frenzying.
Mm-hmm.
You see Sif. Sif is going to do a thing.
Do it. Fuck him.
She's not spending willpower this time. She fucking nails him.
Wow.
Rolling her strength. +2, actually, because she has... She doesn't hit him. She just kind of jumps at him, tries to scratch his back, and she misses. And she rolls on the floor. This guy is going to punch Helena. He punches Helena. His strength.
2 2 again.
And these bashing hits.
He's bashing dudes, man. Yeah, fuck.
Yes, the soak.
1 bashing.
Many minus dice. She's not soak. She takes a bashing. She gets a 1 clocked against the side of her.
It's okay though, Tom. Because guess what? I don't have to worry about anymore.
Wound penalties.
Oric's coming for that bitch. Someone made a fucking wrong day.
All right. Roll damage strength +1 +2.
3. 3 yag. Right to the back.
3 ag. Luckily, these bitches were fighting, so you kill it pretty quickly.
So Helena will feel, and she'll hear something far, far more than Oric's normal battle screams. She'll hear a deep, resonating, primal roar as Oric's back arches. His claws even seem to grow longer. His eyes blaze like a blood red. His teeth bear down, and he screams and jumps on top of the girl and just 1, 3, 4. You know what I mean? Like a berserker frenzy, essentially. Like he just essentially tears her apart.
Awesome. You know what? Almost. But still, Anna's going to try and swing this axe. Oh my god.
Wow.
With her 1 good arm, she uses all of her might to swing it. It connects.
Strength plus that +4 though, man. Fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
She swings, aiming. Maybe it's that calculation that she just has, but she swings it just the right thing. It almost like lazily flies upward, and with the weight of the head of itself, just kind of brings down and lodges itself in the guy's shoulder. And he just lets out this roar as it just cuts through him.
All right, Civ.
It is Sif. She needs to roll for this as well. Oh god.
Oh honey, it's okay.
Right. You know what she does?
What?
Sif gets mad.
Oh no. Oh
Sif.
no.
Sif frenzies.
Oh, no.
And in her frenzy, she will attack the closest thing to her, which is
him.
the big man.
Oh thank God.
There they are, these dice balls. She botches.
Oh. All you hear is she
You
falls
hear
over then.
the frenzied scream as Sif, while on the ground, still begins to flail on the ground.
Oh, that's the most
Swinging wildly and her legs kicking.
I will send you the gif of what I imagine this looks like, Tom. Hang on 1 minute. Where are we, Tom Reed?
I hope it's the one I'm thinking of. Let's have a look. Yes, that is exactly. That's what happens. Yeah. She swings and screams wildly as her arms flail around. This guy number 4
goes for the whack'em sock'em punch.
Goes for the punch on massive penalties. He's on 2 actually. Goes to punch. He botches.
Jesus, everyone's on the floor.
No, this look. What he does, the axe is still embedded in his shoulder. He goes to lift the shoulder to punch, and as he does, he twists the body and just pushes the axe further through him, splitting himself in half as he falls to the ground in a slump. But after all, stamina.
Off.
You're fine. He smashes on the ground. And that is our little bit of combat over.
I'm still frenzying.
You're still frenzying. So
I have control over it though, thank God.
Well, let's see. Roll your instinct.
Oh boy. At 1.
You regain control.
Yeah. Helena will see Ulrich start to writhe and almost like he's fighting with himself. Like he'll force his claws to regrow into his body again as he beats his fist off the ground like a fucking wolf that's almost snarling and snapping and yapping as he just cracks his neck violently and then just lets out a breath. Then he immediately starts sprinting towards Helena.
Helena is on the ground. She's lying down. Sif. I'll roll self-control for Sif again.
Oh, come on, honey. It's okay. It's okay.
Sif
Oh, damn.
is,
God fucking damn it.
Sif is still flailing on the ground. Screaming. And yeah, you run over to Helena.
Probably like scoop her up essentially.
Most of her left shoulder is missing. You can see the bone underneath.
You're all right. You're all right. I have you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're fine. I promise you're all right. Okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fine.
All right. Just hold on to me.
She wraps her good arm around you. You can see it's starting to knit back together.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Manage the damage, like the lethal damage, will rock off naturally. He'll essentially just like pick her up into him, like slowly, because yeah, he's hurt as well.
You can see the others kind of coming back from the fight as well. As you look around the battlefield, you can see Tira coming back. Her eyes kind of glowing with rage, essentially. Her claws covered in black blood. Bjorn comes back, his beard even longer than before. His teeth kind of more snouted forwards. You also see Halvar. Comes walking out from behind one of the cabins. But that's it. That's all you see.
Yeah, keeping Helena close to him. He'll move over, keep avoiding the angry flail monster that is vibrating on the ground. We'll immediately meet probably Tyr in the middle of the in the middle of the village.
She's kind of just standing there.
Sigrun, Nara.
She just shakes her head.
Fuck. Shit. Oh, damn it. We're alright. Siv and I held. She did not. And he looks down at Helena. She helped as well.
She just nods.
What do you want to do with this place?
Everything dies.
There's one on the well. I pushed him in.
She looks into the well.
He'll look in, probably leaning over, holding on to Helena.
You see what looks like a skull of one of those things floating on the top.
I was right. Water does dissolve them. Do we know what... You look up. Do we know what's making them?
She shakes her head.
Maybe we should figure out that. Otherwise, we'll just have this problem again and again.
Roll me a perception alertness.
Yeah. It's not a lot with the wound penalties. On your shit.
You don't hear it. You see Tara, her head snaps up. You see, she's looking at something. You can't hear what it is. Maybe it's lost you. Maybe you're just too distracted at this point. Someone's coming.
Shit. He'll basically prop Helena up beside him as he kind of almost reaches for his axe.
You reach for your axe. And you see, she takes a stance. You can tell there's tiredness in her. It's kind of a little bit laziness as her foot goes back. The others do the same. You see coming out of the woods. It looks almost feminine in shape. The hips rock in a certain way, but it just looks off. Where there was once flesh, there is now metal, as it looks like the chest plate has been engraved onto the flesh itself. The thing walks in, carrying something behind it. It looks like another person. Another smaller woman. She carries it by the throat. It looks limp. She comes forward and throws the body in front and looks at you people. And in front of you, you see
Holy fuck.
the helmet comes off. A woman with dark, dark eyes, white hair. She nods towards you.
Who's the person she tossed on the ground?
You don't know. It's a person. She looks scraggly. Her hair kind of like ruffled, dragged through her edge backwards kind of thing, but she's just passed out on the ground.
Yeah, there'd be that awkward standoff, and Oracle like exchanged probably a glance with Tira.
You see Tira start to growl. As she does, the woman, well, you can tell that woman puts a foot back. You see she pulls out a handle. Looks like a hilt of sorts and just holds it in her hand. There's nothing attached to it. But you see coming out from behind her, almost like a snake, a chain begins to come out of the ground and kind of crawls up her leg and attaches itself, closely followed by what looks like a large hunk of meat and metal rolling out. It's about the size of a horse head and just it kind of jumps up and attaches itself to the end of the chain. And as it all comes together, it stops and goes limp and swings like a flail. Consider this a gift.
Who are you?
You do not need to know who I am. She looks down and kind of nods towards the woman she threw down. A gift from my father. For the payment you gave. She looks at Tira.
Orac's like, what? He'll do Metal Gear Solid sound pops up, and the exclamation mark.
Exclamation mark!
Yeah, totally. That's the expression he has.
Tira, you see as she kind of relaxes slightly. She nods. I was wondering when he was going to show up. The woman hisses at her. Not speak of him like that. He has done you a great debt. This is the one that causes your troubles. She gathers something in her mouth and spits. You see the redness kind of bounce off the ground. They are filth.
What is she?
She turns and looks at you.
He's looking right at the woman like, what is she?
They call themselves Tremere.
Are they us? Or are they demons?
They are heathens. Monsters. That is all you need to know.
You just nod. Like, yeah, no. That thing is responsible for 2 of my pack's death, yeah. No, Ulrich doesn't question it. Just nods grimly.
And she just nods. Safe travels. Gangrel. And she just starts taking slow steps backwards.
Yeah, I'm assuming they all watch her leave.
Oh yeah, it's kind of the eerie silence.
What do we want,
Eventually, she kind of just disappears.
what do we want to do with her? We look down at the Tremere.
You can see now clearly that you get a better look. You kind of roll her over. I find the picture. There it is. She's got all scraggly hair markings on her face, and this whole deadpan look at you. Their eyes are still open. You can see a wooden stake driven through her heart.
We look up at Tira as he stands over her with his axe like right at her throat. What do we want to do with her?
Better question her. I'll kill her. Either way, she will pay for the crimes.
Nara and Sigrun deserve answers. Then we kill her. I say.
Yes.
Or could plant a boot down, right into her abdomen and just rip that steak out while keeping the axe right at her jaw.
And she lurches forward, coming back to life, coughing and spluttering. She looks at you and kind of like almost a panic on her face.
Quiet. The snarl. Probably sounding a lot more bestial. Your creations killed 2 of my pack. Your witchcraft.
Kind of narrows her eyes.
Why?
For knowledge.
Where did you get them from? These things.
Doesn't matter where they came from.
It matters. Answer me quickly.
From the dirt.
You disrupted their arrest.
For knowledge.
You owe us 2 lives.
She smiles. They were a failure. I know what we can use next.
He'll wrench her by the hair upwards and push her against the well, basically facing her back towards him. and they rip off the back of her clothes. And yeah, I know what Ulrich's gonna do. He's blood eagling her.
Do it.
Yeah. Do you want me to roll, or do you want me to be descriptive?
No, describe it.
So when she says smiles, I'll know what I knew next. And he slams her into the wall and spins her around as the first axe hits in the back of her, right in her spine, that connects the nerve to the legs, and wrenches downwards. He'll whisper, and I'll know who to hunt next. Tremere. And he will, you know what? He just keeps hitting her with that axe to the point where he rips the part. The kindred body will attempt to regenerate, but he just keeps hitting her and hitting her and hitting her and hitting her to the point where the rib cage shatters, the arms flail out, and while she may go into torpor, she almost hangs, and that is when he'll turn to Tira with the axe positioned right at the back of her head and just look over at her.
And Tira just gives one slow nod. You can tell she's just exhausted.
Yeah, and that axe comes down and fucking decapitates her.
And instantly, as the axe cuts through, as soon as it leaves the neckline, she just explodes into ash.
And he'll sheathe the axe and walk over and haul up Helena.
And she looks at you. You can see that you can't see the bone in her shoulder anymore. It's kind of knitted itself together.
You're safe.
Yeah. She rolls her head over and kind of leans it on your shoulder.
I'm taking us home.
And she just nods.
And fuck it, because Ulrich has a certain nature about him and his concept, he'll say out loud to the gangrel, this woman is mine. She's with me. She's my mate. Any who try to claim her or anyone who does her harm will have to face me and my wrath. That goes for friend or foe.
And Tira just gives you a nod.
Yeah, he looks to each and every fucking one of them, deadly serious.
None of them say anything.
Yeah. No, it's just looking for that kind of, the silent nod between everybody.
Tira just gives you a nod. No one else says anything.
Let's go home, Helena.
And yeah. As Ulrich carries Helena home, the camera pans out way back over to the other side of the forest for miles and miles. Eventually pulls back to a different thing. Up on one of the higher rocks, an alcove overlooking a long distance in the mountains. A large face gains an incredible grin. He smiles at his work. He looks down, the woman clad with armor, steel, flesh, and bone, comes before him and kneels. The smile just grows ever bigger as he places a heavy hand on her shoulder. Did good, child. You did very good. With that, he clasps her around the throat, gripping her hard, and he takes up, jumping, disappearing off into the night sky. And that is where this scene will come to an end.